Another example, and I'm just going to call her Betty because she never actually gave me permission to use her name, but Betty was a gal in her mid-70s, and she came to me wanting to help her. She wanted to start a bi-weekly perennial meetup group. And when she first came to me, she was just like completely lost. She's like, I'm in my mid-70s. I don't know where to start. She's like, I don't think anyone's even going to want to come to my meetings. But she says, I'm not getting any younger and I want to leave a legacy. And she's like, I want people to remember me by something. And she says, this is my greatest gift. My green thumb, she said, is my greatest gift. And I want to pass it down and I want to share my wisdom with others before I die, basically. And so I have a coach who specializes in marketing and kind of really helped her become less intimidated by the, technology and the new ways to promote her business. I had another coach help her with her public speaking presentations. And so little by little, she gained confidence, public speaking, and she learned how to market. But before all that, I really had her, I sat down with Betty and I looked at her strengths. I said, Betty, I know, you think that you're too old or that you can't start this. I said, but do you think that people are going to want to seek counseling on how to grow the most beautiful hydrangeas from a 20-year-old in a mini skirt and a low-cut shirt and 2-inch plastic nails? Or do you think they're going to want to talk to someone who has years and years of experience doing that? And she realized, yeah, she's like, I do have a lot of wisdom. And it helped her understand that she has a lot more to offer than she thinks. I said, furthermore, Betty, I said, you have a wonderful personality. You're very delightful. I said, I could talk to you all day. I think you're a kick. You're fun. And I said, people would love to hear you talk about perennials or whatever. I said, I love your personality. And finally, Betty, I said, you're a woman of God. Okay, so with that comes not only the conviction of knowing that if God's given you a gift, it's your duty to fulfill it. But also with that comes the anointing, because when we align our will with God's will, we have divine forces working on our behalf, making things just kind of fall into place, really. I use the term serendipitous, but it's not really serendipitous. It's God blessing us because our will is in alignment with God's will. And I said, furthermore, Betty, anything that is keeping you from pursuing that purpose is not of God, because God didn't give you a spirit of fear. I said, so you need to rebuke that now. I said, and you need to focus on your purpose. I said, we're going to help you get you with the right people. We're going to get you the right marketing abilities and get you the right marketing tools and the public speaking tools that you need. And we're going to get you speaking at that perennial meeting 2 times a month. And sure enough, within just 2 months, she went to the botanical center in her little town, and she asked if she can host a perennial meeting there. And they were happy to let her do it because it was also giving them exposure. And so it was a beautiful situation. I think within just those 2 months, she had 10 people show up to her first meeting. And I haven't talked to her in a while, but I'm sure she's doing very well. Now, I do know that she has since started a kayak group on Facebook. She loves kayaking, and every time I think of this little 70-year-old woman putting her kayak on the roof of her car, it's so inspiring. But yeah, she started a kayaking group now, and it's really remarkable because once we have that first little taste of success, it's like a snowball effect. We know, we feel, and we have this conviction that whatever the mind can believe and conceive, it can achieve. Now, if Betty had come to me wanting to help her get on the cover of Sports Illustrated Bikini Edition, I wouldn't have told her it was impossible, but I would have said, all right, Betty, well, let's focus on, something that's a little easier to attain within a 12-week period of time. And, that's important too. I don't want anyone to think that, they're going to become president within 12 weeks. We make manageable goals, and we go from there. But again, hey, Martha Stewart was on the cover of Sports Illustrated, so anything is possible.